Here with Greco National Team Coach Steve Fraser. We got a Greco training camp that's just gotten underway here this week and had a pretty packed house. We got world teamers, junior world teamers, some high school kids, some college kids. What's the training situation going to be like for this camp?
Well, this camp is going to be a lot of volume. We got a good 3 weeks of volume. Still a couple months away from the Worlds. It's going to be a tough camp. We're going to be working on a lot of individual technique for the world team. The focus is world team guys, number one, and then everyone else, number two. But we think it's going to be a great camp for peaking our guys, good volume now so they can peak when it counts, and then working their individual favorite moves, so we're refining all their best stuff at this point in the game.
As far as the world team guys that are in, a couple people are overseas, a couple people still not here for this particular session, but what are we seeing so far from our world team, since this is the first time we've had a chance to really talk to you about the world team as we have it compared to what the preview was, and what do you think of the world team? What do you think our chances are over in Moscow?
I think we have a very good chance in Moscow. I love the world team that we have. I think we've got the best guys at the moment are on the team, and I think they're hungry. All have been to the World Championships or Olympics before, except for fishing. But everyone else has been at the big game before, so it's not going to be any, shouldn't be any bright eyes there, and so forth. So I asked the team today what their goal was, what they think we could do in the Worlds, and some of the leaders of the team stood up and said that they think we can win the World Championships. And I have to agree with them. I think we can. It's a matter of preparing right, believing in ourselves, and then just going out there and outfight everybody.
Technically, what do you think the biggest thing we as a country have to improve on for this World Championship cycle?
Well, I think that if you're looking at the whole Olympic cycle, is different than this World Championship. What we're going to focus on in this camp is their individual needs. That differs from every guy. But one thing across the board that we all have to be very good at, that is parterre defense. We have to be able to defend everybody's attack from underneath the parterre. So that will be one of our focuses during this training camp, along with increasing our volume and our conditioning capacity so that we're the best conditioned athletes at the World Championships.
I have a couple guys, as you said, that have been here before, but some of them making their second, maybe third trip. Two guys, Jeremiah Davis is a first-time world teamer last year. Jake Clark was a world teamer back in '06. What is it going to be for those guys for their second time around?
Well, I think for the second time around, hopefully they'll be more focused on bringing home that medal. Not like they weren't the first time around, but now they've been there, they've seen what it's about, and hopefully they're going to be that much more closer to wrestling in a way that gets them that medal that they deserve.
As far as the other kids in here, from a developmental standpoint, a lot of young kids, a lot of college kids, a lot of the young residents here. How important is it for the developmental athletes from, say, the Jesse Thielkes who are still in high school all the way up to the Ellis Colemans who are here and training? How important is it for them to get in this camp type of environment with the world team in that training cycle?
It's very important for them to get in the camp environment training cycle. Most of those guys that you mentioned are wrestling for an event themselves this summer. Junior World Championships are in the latter part of July, so they're preparing for that. And then the guys that aren't preparing for that, a lot of them are going to Romania tournament in August. So they have something to be training for. So everybody has a reason to be training. I think iron sharpens iron. The more of our training camps that we have where our toughest guys are fighting it out against each other, the better we're going to be. The more we'll move up as a whole. And so I think it's very important for all to train.